Although it's about 9 miles from the sea today, Appledore was a busy port on the estuary of the River Rother until the 14th century, when storms caused the river to change its courses and the sea retreated following the reclamation of Romney Marsh. It was a busy trading centre for luxury products such as wool, silk, wine and lace, and was also the hub of a lucrative shipbuilding industry.
Good evening again, everyone. It's Valentine's Day. It's 5 o'clock at night. As you can see, I'm joined by the very lovely Candice. We're on a little wild camp this evening, as you can tell by the humongous rucksacks. We're in Appledore, beside the Royal Military Canal here in Kent. I'll tell you a little bit more about it throughout the video. And of course, it was designed to sort of make life difficult for the French should Napoleon have invaded, really, which he didn't, of course. And of course it's here now and you can walk along it, and the plan is tonight we're gonna wild camp beside it, and then we're gonna do a little 5-mile walk from my 50 Walks in Kent book tomorrow morning. And tomorrow's going to be a special day as well, because it's little Candice's birthday as well. I can't tell you how old she's going to be though, okay? Because I'll probably get punched.
Yeah.
So we've got our Van Gogh Nevis 200 two-person tent with us tonight. The weather's really good. We've been at Bodiam Castle today and it has been absolutely lovely weather, sunny. We've got a nice sunset. There's 0% chance of rain, we've checked on the weather forecast, so we've not bought waterproofs. That could be a schoolboy error, we'll soon find out. I think it's going to get down to about 4 degrees tonight, so we've got some warm stuff. I've got the Vargo titanium stove to have a little fire on. I've got a gas stove, and we've got lots of food, and we've got a couple of ciders as well. So we're going to get a shift on anyway, head along the canal here, find somewhere sort of on the outskirts of Appledore, sort of where it's a bit quieter, away from civilization, and we'll set up camp. So enough talking, let's get walking. I just want to say a really big thank you to everyone for helping me pass 500,000 views. I checked it the other day on there, and yeah, it's about 503,000 and something, I think. So I've sort of been aiming to get to that target for quite a while, you know, 500,000 views like overall on the channel. Yeah, really pleased with that. So just another big thank you to everyone for watching the videos and putting up with me.
The Royal Military Canal is a reminder that Appledore was once strategically important. The Vikings brought 250 longships here and made the area a base for launching assaults on the surrounding countryside. During the 100 Years' War, French troops raided the coastline, sacked the village and burned down the church. An even greater threat came in the early 19th century, when it looked as if Napoleon's army might invade. Martello towers were built along the coast, and, as a further line of defence, a canal was dug between Rye and Hythe. The 28-mile long canal was completed in 1809 at a cost of £234,000. The idea was that neither cavalry nor artillery would be able to cross the canal, so disrupting any large-scale assaults. A military road was built next to the canal, behind an earthen parapet, allowing troops to move about while being protected from enemy fire. Sluice gates were also added so that, if necessary, Romney Marsh could be flooded. The canal was never used against Napoleon, as by the time it was completed the threat of invasion had receded. It was, however, used by barges for many years, and was fortified again during World War II, when the country was once more threatened by invasion. You can still see pillboxes along your route. Although the canal never saw military action, guardhouses were constructed at every bridge along its length, and it was used effectively to control smuggling from Romney Marsh.
Okay, it's quite muddy and flooded, yeah. Very narrow as well. Blimey, how would they have moved in here? That's dry. But as you can see, all of that's flooded. I'll just try and... Whoa. Careful. That's right. Oh, there we go. The usual, fill up with a bit of rubbish. Carling and Foster's cans. And there you can see sort of there's these bits of wood. I suppose that's where they would have had the brackets for the shutters for the gun slits. I'll see if I can get round the other side and show you. It's not got any graffiti in it, which is makes a change. And yeah, there we go. Well, it's been about an hour or so since we last chatted to you. As you can see, we've got the Vango Nevis 200 two-person tent all set up just on the bank here beside the Royal Military Canal. It's about 7 o'clock now. It's pitch black. The canal's just down there past that tree, and yeah, this is sort of like the cooking communal area. We've got the Vargo titanium hexagon wood stove to give it its full title, and I've just been cutting up bits of a fire log over there to put on there, so that's just to keep us a little bit warmer. Not that it's that cold really at the moment, but the temperature will start dropping. And then Candice at the moment is just cooking up her chili con carne Wayfarer meal. She's going to try that one out tonight. I've already had a British Army potatoes and beans in tomato sauce, which looked like slop. It was more appetising than it looked, but it'll probably give me the 2 bob bits in the morning. But it was tasty and filling. I feel so much better now. So the stove we've got, I've got the OEX windshield, or wind blocker as they call it. Come around this side of you, and you can just see it in there. So it's like a triangle, folds up, and it's an Esbit solid fuel like triangle stove. And I've just got some solid fuel blocks on it. Also been using, if I can find them in here, some BCB Fire Dragon fuel. They're very powerful, but I find they burn up really quickly. I personally think they're overrated, but I got, I think, 4 or 5 packs of 6 blocks for about £9.50 off of eBay, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, this stove setup's working really well for me. That triangle, I can use it with my Trangia alcohol stove as well. It actually clicks into those little lines there where my finger is, and it's just brilliant, and it acts as like a windbreak as well, but I always just stick the full wind blocker there as well. Is it all cooked through now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Excellent. You tried a bit yet?
Yeah, it's lovely. It does taste like chicken carne.
It doesn't taste like chicken.
It does, like, it's proper nice.
Oh, excellent. Go on. Get your laughing gear around that. She told me never to film her eating.
I know.
Yeah. She's starving, so that'll sort us right out, a bit of food. So I've got another cider for later on, by the way. This one's actually from Kent, from Faversham. Angry Orchard hard cider, 5%, naturally gluten free, crisp apple. Yeah, it's actually it's produced in the USA, but it's imported and bottled by Shepherd Neame, 17 Court Street, Faversham, Kent, England. This crisp and refreshing cider mixes the sweetness of apples with a subtle dryness for a balanced cider taste. The fresh apple aroma and slightly sweet ripe apple flavour makes this cider hard to resist. as it's a Kent cider, I thought we're in Kent. So inside we've got my Go Light Down sleeping bag here in the doorway. My OEX Fulcrum EV pad underneath it. Quechua silver foam mat. We've each got one of those. They're about £4.50, maybe a fiver each out of Decathlon. So save you buying a Z Light or anything. It's the next best thing, I think. And you can fold them up. They come rolled up, but you can fold them up. Make a frame for a frameless backpack. Then Candice has got her Black's Ledge 250 down bag. She's got, I think, 3 different sleeping pads. She's got my old red OEX half pad underneath here. There we go. She's got my old full length Thermarest inflatable pad as well. We've each got an OEX pillow up there. And these are my bivvy boots. And I've got my softy trousers. I've got my OEX down jacket in there, thermals, spare socks. I've got these, which are like Arctic winter socks. We've each got a pair now. So that's going to be my sleeping clothes for tonight. So go on, Candice, give us your verdict on Wayfarer chili con carne.
It's good, very good, but it's not as like as
Go on. It's not very chilly.
No.
The chili's not as strong, yeah.
No. So don't give me the shit.
Eloquently put. Such a lady. Bless you. Yeah, that's good though. Because it's the last thing I want is you having the shits with me in the tent. Happy Valentine's Day, Tom. You know, more tea, Vicar. It's got rice as well with it.
Yeah.
So it's like a complete meal, really.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Excellent. Oh, there we go. Oh, go on, she's showing us.
Hi.
She'll have a channel soon, you watch. Camping with Candice. Hello, my lovelies. Bless her. You alright?
I thought about.
Oh, right. Oh, go on, go for it.
I can't.
It's a family show, this, no one cares. No, oh.
Oh,
Well, we're getting it all tonight. No, I've got to sleep with her in that tent, honestly. It's going to be like an orchestra. You wait till I get started, though, honestly. After that, potatoes and beans and tomato sauce. I'll be in that canal, honestly, pushing one out. Anyways, so, yeah, we lowered the tone yet again. We're going to stoke the fire up, get another bit of the fire log on there. They're great, them things. I mean, the bushcrafters hate them, but us woodcrafters, we love them. You know, they're convenient, so eBay's the place to go. A few people have asked me about that, actually. Where'd you get your ration packs from? eBay. eBay is the place to go. Just search for it. You get everything really cheap. It's you can get some real bargains on there. I try and get everything on eBay, really, like the tent. If I go in a shop like Go Outdoors, I'll just end up spending loads, and you end up spending too much on stuff. So, you know. So we've been sitting chatting by the fire. Candice has got in the tent now. She's getting a little bit cold. She's putting her thermals on and stuff, and I think she's going to stay in there and just chat to me through the tent at the moment. Happy Valentine's Day. And no, I'm just going to cook up this British Army ration pack. Beef goulash, slow cooked vegetable and beef stew with paprika. And I've got this is just from home, a packet of instant mashed potatoes that I thought I'd have with it. This Angry Orchard hard cider. It's quite sweet, it's nice actually. So we've got about half of that left. This is a brand new titanium mug, by the way. Got it pretty cheap on eBay. I think it was about 11 quid, 3 P&P. Comes with a lid. It actually fits really snug on it as well. I've just got the powder in there. So I'm going to have that meal there, and then I've got loads of cold drink mixes, like beverage powders. This one that I've got in here is it's like an energy drink from a British Rat Pack, and it's I think it's like a peach iced tea. It's not bad, it's quite nice. A little mention to as well. So I've just got a few in a Ziploc bag. These are really good. I think they're like coated in a wax or like a fire lighting powder, and they're just like, I suppose, wood shavings turned into like little balls of wool and stuff. You can get them from like Aldi's, Home Bargains, loads of cheap shops and stuff like that, and you get a massive bag of them for not a lot of money, probably a couple of quid, something like that. Really good little fire lighting thing. You know, they'll light instantly and they'll burn for quite a while as well, but you know, you couldn't cook with them. I'd recommend them, you know, as like a backup if you're doing like natural tinders and stuff and foraging for tinders. It's always good to have these, or if you're lazy like me, you could just use those. So I always think it's good to carry like at least 3 forms of fire lighting as well. So as you can see on the table there, I've got like a paper book of matches from a US MRE. I've got a small pack of like stormproof matches from a British ration pack, and then I've usually got a small Bic lighter as well. So you've always got something to fall back on should it not work. And sometimes I even carry, it's somewhere, I think it's in the outkit pots there, I've usually got like a little fire still as well, so you've got 3-4 options. I also think the same with stoves as well. It's good to sometimes have 2 forms of cooking. So I might have like a solid fuel stove and an alcohol stove, or solid fuel and a gas stove, or something to like a fire and like one of the other ones, you know, another form of cooking. I mean, at the moment I think I've got solid fuel and like the fire dragon cubes, a gas stove somewhere in one of these bags, and I've also got, of course, that, and I think Candice has got a couple of flameless ration heaters. So we've got more than enough. That's probably a bit overkill, to be fair. You know, you could get by with like 1 or 2 of those, but it's just always nice to have a little backup, I think. You know, if it's really windy, say, and you can't cook on something, or it's too cold for your gas to work, you've always got something to fall back on. Like, I'm not trying to be preachy or give out advice or anything, but that's just what works for me. And some of this stuff's pretty lightweight, so you know, it's not going to break your back. Knives and stuff, I don't really go too mad on them. You know, I don't think you need like some massive machete. It's not like zombie apocalypse or something. You know, I'll just have a little basic penknife, really. I've got one of those, God, what are they called, with the wooden handles? Andy uses one. It's like a French knife. An Opinel. I've got an Opinel number 7. Somewhere it's in one of my other rucksacks, ready for another camp. You might just be able to see, this is that beef goulash, the British Army ration, and I've mixed in some instant mashed potatoes. I think it's Sainsbury's instant mash. 1 sachet of that instant mash makes so much, so I've probably got about half of a pot of it in here mixed in with this, and then Candice is in the tent, bless her, and I've given her the other half in the pot. What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's alright, isn't it? Yeah, keeps you warm, keeps you going. So yeah, this goulash, slow cooked vegetable and beef stew with paprika. It's not too bad, and it cooked up really quickly on the little solid fuel triangle thing. Like, that's been performing really well tonight. I mean, there's no wind, we're in a fairly sheltered area. Anyways, right, I'm gonna get eating this and then pack everything up, and I'll see you inside the tent with Candice. It's really cosy in here, really warm. I've not even got my bivvy boots on. I've got a spare dry pair of socks, and then I've got my new Arctic socks on, and my feet are so warm. I mean, it's not as cold as it has been tonight. I've got my OEX Zenon little thin down jacket on. The base layers that I had on underneath, like my fleece and windbreaker. I've got a little long sleeve thermal top on, some thermal long johns as well, a pair of shorts over them, and then my softy trousers, little rab hat on, and I am so warm in this sleeping bag and this setup. So we've got up here as well, that little light there, that's the Polymath Products light that Andy from Kent Survival gave me. Cheers mate. Put some new batteries in it and it works a charm. Got my Wowtac head torch on at the moment on like a low setting. Keep blinding Candice with it. She's very, very warm down here. She's snuggled up now, she's not coming out at all. It's about, yeah, 11 o'clock at night. I think the temperature's going to get down to about 4 degrees. There's a bit of a frost forming on like the outside the tent and stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to breakfast. I'm just looking forward to getting some sleep. We're both cream crackered, so chat to you in the morning. Good night.
Good night.
Morning everyone. It is, what time is it? About 7:30?
It's got off.
It's gone 7:30. It's Candice's birthday today. Happy birthday. Day after Valentine's Day. So, as you can see, we've got the Vargo stove lit again. I saved a little bit of fire log because I knew it was going to be frosty this morning. And got the output cracky gas stove going at the moment. That's the noise. Boiling up some hot water for some natural muesli with milk. That's from a ration pack, and I'm gonna mix in with that these little individual sachets of Nutella. I got these from like a random package that an anonymous sender sent me. So if you sent me anything like this, cheers. There were some Cliff bars, Cliff protein bars as well, and I don't know who it's from, which is really weird, so thank you very much anyway, if you're out there watching. Get in the comments, make yourselves known. Could have been worse, could have had anthrax in it, but anyway. I've got some dark chocolate chip cookies or biscuits. That's from a British Army Rat Pack. A hot chocolate to dunk them in. That's from a British Army Rat Pack. I've got another drink mix, which I'm probably not going to need because I've still got loads left over. And then an apple, mango and banana fruit puree smoothie thing. Oh, and I've got a coffee as well, somewhere in here. There we go. And Candice, what you got for breakfast? Oh, yours is here, isn't it? I think she's got like a hot chocolate and coffee. Some tuna mayonnaise, haven't you?
Yeah, I think I've got some muesli.
couple of sachets of that from a British Army ration pack.
Yeah, I've never.
Oh, you're having a cup of soup, yeah? You're having your muesli and all?
I don't know.
She might have muesli as well, but I think she's banking on that we find a calf somewhere. So we will try and find a calf, definitely. So this is the results from my natural muesli with milk and some Nutella. 2 little individual sachets mixed in to make it chocolate muesli with milk. The hot chocolate and the coffee is pretty good. All in all, we slept really well, really warm in there. A little bit of condensation was coming through this morning. Don't think the tent's been pitched wrong, because I've pulled it all taut and everything. You know, there's like, it's not like the outer and the inner aren't touching each other. I don't know if maybe I just need to give the tent a bit of a clean, reproof it. We didn't have any rain in the night. I think it's also just where it got so cold and we were so warm in there, of course that creates the condensation, but that still shouldn't come through. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we still slept warm and dry. My Arctic socks were very warm indeed. I've got a thin pair of like just dry normal socks on underneath them that I always carry in my rucksack. That's another thing I always do as well that I'd recommend, is having a spare pair of warm dry socks with you as well to sleep in, because there's nothing worse than your feet getting cold. The rest of you can be really warm, but if your feet are cold you really suffer, I find. So yeah, I pay a lot of attention to trying to keep my feet warm, like extremities, yeah. But yeah, these are really good. I mean, I don't know if they're as good as the bivvy boots. I'd have to try them out. But we've had our breakfast and we've left absolutely no trace. We've got 2 large Ziploc bags full of rubbish that we're going to be carrying with us. And we'll be heading off that way, following the rest of the Royal Military Canal, heading up to Canardington, and then heading back round and sort of following kind of over there, really, that route back towards Appledore along the Saxon Shore Way. So yeah, it was a very good little camp, that very straightforward. We both said we didn't really have to do too much hard work. It's all gone according to plan so far, which is excellent.
And it's sunny.
And it's sunny for Candice's birthday. Right, enough talking, let's get walking.
The canal was leased to the Lords of the Level of Romney Marsh in 1877 and is an important environmental site today. As you follow the canal path between Appledore and Higham Farm, look out for the iridescent blue flash of the kingfisher and hovering dragonflies, and listen out for the sound of noisy marsh frogs in the water-filled ditches.
dark, there's no light.
Wow, this has actually got an original door on it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's padlocked it up.
Oh, we've died.
That's a real shame, that. There.
I bet that's knitting in there as well.
Why would you padlock it up? I'm trying to see if I can see through the gap.
Yeah.
I can't really get the camera round to have a look. Nah. Sorry about that.
The site of the church at Canardington was once the scene of a fierce battle when the Vikings were based at Appledore in the late 9th century, and it stands on the site of a small Saxon fort.
Okay, we believe the church is open. So you know the score. Let's go through that door.
Standing on Battle Hill, it is said that Alfred's son Edward the Elder fought the Danes at Canardington. At this time, in circa 892 AD, the church was probably wooden and burnt after it had been looted by the Danes. More peaceful times followed, with the Normans rebuilding the church in stone, evidence which can be seen in the east wall of the chancel. The tower dates from 1170 AD. After a fire caused by lightning in 1559, the nave and north aisle collapsed. These were never rebuilt, however material from them was used to build a north wall to the south aisle, which became the church. The remains of the foundations can still be seen, the outline of the nave on the east wall of the tower.
Okay, we're on the Saxon Shore Way still, nearly at Appledore, and right in front of us here we've got a bit of history for you. So this is the site of a Bronze Age burial mound.
The Saxon Shore Way takes us up onto a mound which was once a Bronze Age burial site. From the top you can see the chimneys of Horn's Place away to your right. The house that originally stood here belonged to the squire and was burned down during the Peasants' Revolt in 1381, when Wat Tyler's men marched through Appledore.
So we've just stopped here up on top of the Bronze Age burial mound for a little break, and we're going to be heading back down that way, and it's now just a short walk back to the free car park at Appledore. And I thought I'd mention this now, if any of you are watching, like Ben, Londoner Outdoors, or my mate Rob, or even Will, fancy doing like a bivvy bag camp up here, she's laughing at me, I'd be well up for it. You'd have amazing views, it's a short easy walk. I reckon you'd be able to get away with it. You could easily fit a couple of bivvies up here, maybe a little tarp. Sort of there's that little dip in the ground there where maybe you could cook out of the wind. You've even got something to sort of sit or perch yourself on. It's unbelievable. Really good little spot, and of course it's a bit of history as well. So, right, Candice got the right idea, we're heading down. See you back at the car. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, we're back at the car here at Appledore Village Car Park, and we're going to head off now to our next location for another video. But that's the end of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Happy birthday to Candice again. She's had a great time, haven't you?
Yep.
It's been good. So we're going to go and do some more stuff to celebrate. As I say, stay tuned for more videos from these few days that we've got off together. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Get in the comments, let us know what you think. That's been a really good walk, that one. I've really enjoyed that, and it was a really good camp. Stress-free, easy to do, and there's plenty of places sort of around here that we could probably return for a wild camp. So, should be good, yeah. The weather's been amazing. Take care of yourselves, look after each other. Thank you for watching, stay safe. See you soon, everyone. Bye. So this here is the site of a Saxon burial mound. Shit, it's not. If you can't get through, I've got no bloody chance. Outtake.